Hello and welcome to Parenting Pad. 12 tips to help your child become a reader and keep them motivated readers. Reading is an essential skill. Literacy, which is the ability to read and write, is accepted as a human right. Why? Because the ability to read can potentially free a person from ignorance. When a person reads and follows instructions, it could be a potential lifesaver. Early reading broadens a child's vocabulary, makes them perform better at school, and help them to understand the world around them. Early literacy sparks their imagination and stimulates their curiosity, helping in brain development, social skills, and communication skills. Some children may struggle with reading. They may not enjoy reading, or they may be dealing with some learning disabilities. If a learning disability is an issue, please seek expert help. Many schools or education boards now offer support to parents and children with learning disabilities. So take advantage of what is available in your region. Here are 12 things you could do to help your child learn to read and stay motivated to continue reading. Tip number 1. Read to them early. This may sound simple, but many children are not readers because they were not introduced to reading early enough. If you start reading to them as babies, it creates a pattern in their brain that associates reading with something as important as eating food and drinking water. In time, they start recognizing the sounds that you read to them, and naturally they become readers themselves. If for any reason you did not start with them when they were little, do not be discouraged. You can improve. Tip number 2. Use different reading media. The way we read has changed, so our strategy should change. Many children are in love with technology. They love interactive learning with more visuals. That is what they know. Do not insist that they have to read from paper books because that is your preference. Audiobooks, podcasts, online stories all count as reading. Tip number 3. Have a reading routine. Like most things in life, routine is very important in a child's life. 15 minutes of reading every day goes a longer way than 1 hour once a month. Be consistent if you want them to become readers and remain good readers. Tip number 4. Be a reader yourself. Children often copy what we do. So if you want them to be readers, you have to be reading yourself. If you are not reading, they won't suddenly become readers themselves. Be the sort of individual you want your child to be. Let reading be a shared experience in the family. Tip number 5. Teach them phonics. Phonic instruction is the teaching of the sound individual letters and popular combinations make. There are 44 phonemes in the English alphabet. Children who are taught phonics tend to read earlier than those who were not. There are many resources out there to help parents. Research on what works best for you and your child, or check the description box below for suggestion. Tip number 6. Use flashcards as memory aids. Cut out cardboard papers of different colors, perhaps 4 by 8 centimeter size or whatever size you prefer. Write out simple words and play a game where your child tells you what is written on each card. You could start with a 2-letter word or 3-letter words like mat, dog, bat, and so forth. Increase the number of letters to 4 or 5. It is fun, and in time, they master the basics and become confident readers using sound recognition. Tip number 7. Vary what they read. With a huge selection of books out there, you want to vary what you and your child reads. Fiction and non-fiction, picture books and chapter books, books in nature, art, geography, short stories, blog posts, magazines, newspapers, any book that is age appropriate for your little one. Tip number 8. Ask them questions about what they have read. We all enjoy telling others something we read or saw somewhere. Encourage your child to tell you what they have read from their books. You are training them to develop a valuable skill at school where they can read different subjects and retell them in their own words, increasing their comprehension of what they have read. Retelling what they have read also helps them to remember. They become better students at school. Tip number 9. Let them help pick their books. Children love to be a part of the decision making when it comes to reading. So get them to the library. Get them a library card. Ask them to talk to the library attendants to help them pick what they would like to read. If your child is happy with the books they have picked, they are likely to be happy to read and talk about the book. Tip number 10. Do not make too much fuss about their reading. We all have good and bad days. If occasionally your child is not just in the mood to read, let it go and try again another day. If it becomes too frequent though, study the situation to see what the problem really is and devise a strategy that will make your child enjoy reading. Tip number 11. Make your reading spot comfortable. Create a place in your home for reading. Make it a beautiful and comfortable spot that your child loves to be and hang out there a little longer. If possible, let your spot be away from the room that has your TV. Many parents read at bedtime, which is great. It is a time to bond and snuggle up together before going to sleep. Your reading spot could be your bed, sofa, dining table, or any other place you choose. You do not have to spend a fortune on this. Just keep it beautiful, organized, simple, and relaxing. Tip number 12. Help them find a reading buddy. Children love role models. If there's someone your child loves and admires, ask them if they could share some reading time with your child. Reading anything they both fancy. Reading buddies could be older siblings, older schoolmates, or any older person in your child's life. Enjoy reading with your child. Thanks for watching. And if you have enjoyed this video, please subscribe, like, and comment below.